Just recently, I stopped by to watch a class of new motorcycle riders. What a thrill it was to see this mix of men and women, young and old, all learning to ride. There were about 10 of them out there. There was a large space marked off with cones and paths that were drawn onto this large parking lot. As they rolled by, under the watchful guidance of their instructors, I could see the mixed emotions on their faces. Every reaction from sheer terror to laugh out loud happiness. I could just see it in their eyes. And how did I feel about watching them? Well, I was just so happy for them, really. I almost got emotional just standing there and watching, because it reminded me of when I learned to ride, even though I was just a little kid. Learning to ride a motorcycle, it changed me forever. And that's certainly my hope for them. Learning to ride a motorcycle, especially as an adult, is a very bold move, isn't it? You know, some of us learn to ride, little bitty bikes as kids. I learned when I was 11 years old, and, I was on a slow bike, low to the ground, just like myself, and underpowered, just like me. But learning to ride as an adult, well, that takes a whole different motivation, doesn't it? It begs the question, why are they choosing to learn to ride now as adults? Well, let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Recorded in beautiful Loveland, Colorado. Welcome to Peace, Love, Moto, the podcast for motorcyclists seeking that peaceful, easy feeling as we cruise through this life together. Are you ready? Let's go. Yeah, it was just something to sit back and watch. It just filled my heart with joy. I guess that's the best way I could describe it. I couldn't stop smiling. Watching those new riders take their very first steps, or rolls rather, into the world of motorcycling. As I learned, it was a 2-day class, including both classroom and on-the-bike training. Once completed, the riders would earn their motorcycle endorsement and the ability to ride on public roads. So that's really cool. It was a typical scene, I suppose, of a basic motorcycle training course. You had the cones out there carefully marking out a path on the large parking lot. You had, in this case, 2 instructors that were out there guiding the students. And the students were a mix of young and old, men and women, all with one goal: to learn to ride well enough to get their license. And that was just great. As I watched them go through their drills, even when it was just, for me, it was just a few minutes, but I felt like I saw it all. Yeah, I saw it on their faces. Sheer terror for some, the determined focus for others, and moments of pure laughter for others, and those little victories as they started to get the hang of it. And honestly, again, I felt nothing but happiness for them. I was so happy for them because I remember being 11 years old when my mom dropped me and my friend Jimmy off at the movie theater to watch the brand new Bruce Brown film called On Any Sunday, which was about motorcycle racing. Oh my goodness. I was sold. I had to have a motorcycle or something like that. So it was that very same year that Dad took me to buy my first little bike. It was a tiny little red mini bike with a lawnmower engine. Now in my 60s, when I put on my helmet, I returned to my 11-year-old self in many ways, thrilled by the opportunity to be transported to another physical place, and especially these days, to a new state of mind. Learning to ride a motorcycle as an adult is a bold move. I think we would all agree on that. As I mentioned, some of us grew up on 2 wheels, starting off with little dirt bikes wobbling through the backyard or in the field near our house, and getting the feel for the throttle years before we were going to get a driver's license. But for many, the decision to learn to ride seems to come a lot later in life, which begs the question, why? Why now? Well, for sure, everyone will be telling you how dangerous motorcycles can be, how expensive they are, not only to buy one, but to have all the riding gear that you need, plus the extra insurance, the gas, the costly maintenance, and all of that is absolutely true. So why do people choose to step into that world anyway, as an adult? Well, for some, it's all about freedom. It's this romance with the open road, that we see it in films, and it's true, at least in my experience. It is an amazing experience to be out on the open road, in the middle of nowhere, alone. I think it's wonderful, actually. It's this unspoken call, maybe some are feeling now, to experience the world a little bit differently. For others, who knows, maybe it's about conquering fear, proving to themselves that they can master something that can be challenging. Dangerous and challenging. Maybe it's a midlife awakening, a realization that life is just too short not to chase the things that excite you. For some, maybe it's just fulfilling a lifelong dream, something they always wanted to do but never had a chance to. So, what are they going to experience out there? Well, for some, many people need to be a part of a community. Some of us just need to connect with others. No, actually all of us need to connect with others. I think that's more true. Something in common with somebody else. Riding a motorcycle connects us. Oh, it absolutely does. Not just to the machine and this whole new world of like-minded people who understand the magic of the road. Yeah, magic is a good way to describe it. It's someone else that you're connecting with that comprehends it all, right? They understand that sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's windy. It's always kind of dangerous, but we go do it because it just makes us feel wonderful. We love connecting with nature. We love connecting with this brotherhood or sisterhood of other riders who share the same passion for adventure and maybe some self-discovery. So, to those listening who might be considering taking that first step in learning how to ride a motorcycle, I would encourage you, go for it. Yeah, it's scary. Yes, there will be moments of doubt. But you'll also experience a kind of joy and confidence that only comes from embracing a new challenge. And for many of us, motorcycling, it just makes us happy. It just does. So, for those new riders, welcome to the family. Welcome to an experience that may change your life in a positive way. Go out there and ride. Go be happy. And by the way, spread a little joy while you're out there. Thank you so much for listening. Until we visit again, I wish you peace. I wish you love.